everyone, welcome back to Loomian Legacy! Oh wait, I went a little too crazy there. Sorry about that. We're gonna go find Jake and Mabel here at the shopping district in the city side of Atlanthian City. There's also an arcade, a lucky wheel, and some other places here that we might check out later. But have you guys noticed that Pollute store there? I didn't even know that they had a store for Pollute Corp here. But let's head over here and get going. Hey, look, it's Jake and Mabel.
Come on, Jake. There has to be something here you like. We looked at everything in the store already.
I know. I guess I'm just pickier than I thought I was.
Oh, good. Darkmobianx is here. Darkmobianx, do you think you could help us find something new for Jake to wear? He's being picky and can't make a decision on his own.
Oh yeah. I bet Darkmobianx knows a lot about fashion. I have to choose an emoji.
What? Are you saying that I don't know anything about fashion?
Oh, no, that's not what I meant. I just think it would be better to have two opinions, that's all. I've selected a few outfits to try out. Follow me to the back and let's see what you think of each of them.
Well, it's about time.
I wonder what he's chosen to wear.
Hey, hurry up, would you?
Sorry, almost done. These pants are a bit snug.
Well, anything will be better than that weird cape he was wearing.
Well, what do you think?
Well, it reminds me a lot of what you were wearing before.
Yeah, it kinda has the same vibe, but it's much more comfortable.
It's not bad. Let's see what else we picked out.
Alright, just a minute.
Did you learn anything new while you were out getting the battle theater tickets? If there is a piece of that corrupted tablet here, I'm sure we'll catch wind of it eventually.
Don't really know. How about this one?
Looks kinda expensive. And what's up with the glasses?
That's part of the swag bundle or something like that. The sign next to it said it's discounted if I buy it as a bundle.
I think it's discounted because it went out of style a couple years ago.
Say no more, I'll go try another one on. Be back in a minute.
The outfit didn't look bad on him, but what was with those glasses? I wish he would have taken the outfit I picked out for him. He would look so dreamy in it.
Howdy! Oh, come on, it's comfy. Well, what do you think? Darkmobianx? Yeehaw, giddy up. Yeehaw, giddy up. Yeehaw. You know what? Yeehaw! I always wanted to be a cowboy growing up. Maybe I need a mustache to pull off the look. Okay, fine, I'll go try on another one.
I'm sorry, I couldn't help myself. I didn't know he was serious about that one. I hope it didn't hurt his feelings.
Well? Yeah, that's fair. It's kinda itchy and smells like sweat anyways. I only have one more outfit to try on. Just give me a second.
I'm starting to feel that like Jake has never shopped for clothes on his own before. Let's just hope this one is decent. He won't wear anything I pick out, so he's going to have to stick with something that he chose on his own.
Alright, here's the last outfit. What do you think of this?
Hey, that's surprisingly pretty good.
What do you mean, surprisingly?
Don't worry about it. Well, now that I've tried them all on, I just need to decide on one. Which one do you guys think I should choose? You might as well ask Darkmobianx to decide, since you don't like what I think anyway.
That's a great idea. Which one should I choose, Darkmobianx?
Hey, I was joking!
We can choose any of them? Oh my god, my favorites are these three. So, oh. No, that's not what I was gonna do. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch a tiger by the toe. If he hollers, let him go. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Okay. No. I like these two more, though. You know what? I'll go with the one that she saw that was surprisingly good.
Good choice. Let's hurry up and check out so we can meet up with the others for our museum tour.
Alright, let's go check out.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
Thanks. You too. Alright, let's get going. We're all meeting up at the museum soon, Darkmobianx. Don't forget.
See you there.
Well, we should go back to the museum. Not quite sure what the museum is, though. I think it would be on this side. Wait, that's probably the museum right there. Yep, Atlanthian Museum. I was right, it was on this side. Let's go. All our friends are there. Da, 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 da. Hey, Darkmobius is here now.
Great, everyone's finally here.
My name's not Darkmobius. I meant Darkmobianx.
Me almost got lost on our way here.
Oh, Darkmobianx. Did you get those tickets for the battle theater? Awesome. Thank you. Sweet. Are we all ready to go toward the Atlanthian Museum? Almost. Let's discuss what we learned while we split up first. Let's start with Lucy.
Well, I met up with my aunt in Atlanthian Park and asked her some questions. She didn't notice anything peculiar around town, though.
Well, I suppose that's good for the city's sake, but not great news for us. What about you, Lucas? Were you able to learn anything? Well, the truth is I kind of procrastinated our whole detective thing. I figured it could wait until after I finished eating, but once I finished my meal, I felt awful and had to rest.
Who didn't see that coming?
It's okay, Lucas. Don't beat yourself up over it. Mabel and I talked to several people at Variable Design before we did our shopping. Unfortunately, we didn't learn anything noteworthy.
There was the one lady who told us about how her husband lost their fortune to a himber with an unyielding poker face. That was probably the most useful lesson I learned today.
So it seems that there is nothing out of the ordinary going on in Atlanthian City. If a piece of the stone tablet had come here, there would be signs of the corruption which inevitably flows. The folks around here would definitely notice if people in Loomians were acting violently for no reason. This is a pretty big city. We shouldn't give up just yet. That is true. We've still got the museum and battle theater. Maybe we'll find a clue in one of those areas. Besides, didn't Darkmobianx's dad mention that we would gain additional insight from the museum tour?
What do you think he wanted us to see here anyway? I say we head inside and find out.
Yeah, let's go. Into the museum. Surprised to see us, champ? Your mother and I decided to come down and see you and your friends ourselves. It's good to finally get to meet you all in person. This is pretty not a nice surprise. We weren't expecting to see you here.
This is awesome. We get to meet your parents, Darkmobianx.
We figured it would be a nice change of pace for us to get out since we're usually stuck at the lab. My wife
was also really worried about how Darkmobianx was doing and wanted to catch up in person. Oh, sweetie, your father and I have missed you so much. We are so impressed with how well you've handled yourself since you embarked on your journey. Between your success at preventing further spread of the stone's corruption and your victories over battle theater challenges, we couldn't be more proud. I knew letting you venture out on your own would be just fine.
That's right, you definitely take after your mother and I. You know, from all the stories we've told, that we too lived lives full of adventure when we were about your age.
That's how your father and I met, after all.
We both had a love for adventure and discovery.
Which led us to our greatest discovery of all, our love for each other. Aww, my heart is melting right now.
Speaking of discovery, I have something to share with you. As soon as we got here, I met with my old friend and colleague, Benjamin. I explained what we've been up to. He allowed us to utilize a spare room in the museum to set up our equipment. Within half an hour, we picked up a signal from a piece of the stone tablet. We were able to confirm that it is somewhere in Atlanthian City. It's in Atlanthian City? Like, inside the dome? Yes, according to our readings.
We actually spent some time exploring the city before coming here, and we found no evidence of corruption.
True. If it were here, wouldn't there be signs of people or Loomians acting crazy? That is something that has me concerned too. The people and Loomians in Atlanthian City appear to be unaffected. I am concerned that somebody could be keeping it hidden, similar to what happened in Sephiroth City. I see. That is troubling to consider. What should we do then? Our equipment has not yet triangulated the signal to a precise location. I'll need some time to do a little more calibration before I can better determine its position within the city. However, I am certain it is here. Anyway, there is something else I would like all of you to see while you are here. When we got here, Benjamin gave us a quick tour of the museum. They have something on display that I think might be related to our lost stone tablet. Let me go and get Benjamin, and we'll have him give us all the tour, and he can show you what he's found. Wait, I'm confused. Does he mean that they have something here in the museum that is related to the stone tablet that's caused all of the corruption?
That's what it sounded like.
I wonder what it could be. Everyone, this is Benjamin, one of my oldest friends. Well now, this must be Darkmobianx. The last time I saw you, you were still learning to walk. Time sure has flown by since then. I am Loomian archaeologist and researcher. Ever since the discovery of the ruined lost city just outside of Atlanthian City, I've devoted most of my time to studying it and its people. We've learned a lot about the history of the world that had once been lost to time, and yet there are still so many mysteries and secrets woven throughout our discoveries. Your parents may have helped me fill in some of those gaps in the short time since they've arrived. That is what I wanted to show them while they were all here. Ben, would you be willing to give them the same tour that you gave us earlier? No problem at all. Sharing my work is my favorite thing to do after all. If you will all follow me, we'll get started right away. Alright, I wonder what this thing is. We'll start here first. This area will help familiarize you with what we've been calling the Lost City. Prior to the discovery of the Lost City, the oldest records we had of mankind were those which are archived at the pagoda just outside of Hawana village. The inhabitants of the Lost City predate those records by thousands of years,
Behind me is a visual concept of what part of the ancient city may have looked like, based on what few artifacts remain of their architecture. So you've discovered bits and pieces of this ancient civilization. Correct. Somewhere out in the ocean, there must be more complete remains of the lost city. However, it's been quite difficult to search some areas of the sea around Atlanthian City. The problem lies with the rough terrain. There are an unnatural number of trenches and conduits that branch out great distances in all directions. So you think that parts of the lost city could have been swallowed up by these channels in the ocean bed? That is exactly my theory. Nothing else really seems to make sense. Where else could an entire city have gone? How did the lost city end up in the ocean in the first place? That is another mystery that I hope to solve in time. So what does a lost city in the ocean have to do with our search for chunks of the stone tablet? Mabel, don't be rude. Let him finish. Oh, sorry. Haha, no worries. I'm glad you asked, actually. If you follow me over here, I'll show you our main attraction. Huh, some sort of ancient hieroglyphics? Whoa, it's a big rock. It's more than just a rock. You big goof. There's writing all over it. This is a part of what I wanted everyone to see. This tablet is very similar in many aspects to the corrupted one we've been trying to gather and reassemble. For starters, the language on this tablet is the same as which was written on Midas towns before it disappeared. The stone material is also very similar in nature. However, it does not seem to possess any corruptive energy. I was quite shocked when I found that something like this was on display here. I only wish I had heard about it sooner. Just a few months ago, we discovered this tablet in an ocean trench not far from Atlanthian City. It was surrounded by a series of murals that illustrate the ancient history of our planet and the lost city. They were preserved remarkably well for being underwater for so long. After weeks of poring over the murals, we have discerned their meaning to our best ability. Now take a journey through ancient history with me as we look upon these murals. The first mural depicts a great light which descends upon a desolate rock in space. The desolate rock represents our planet before any life existed thereon. The great light represents a vessel carrying the original soul crystal known as the Soul Heart. Some theories suggest that the great light is nothing more than a large meteor which crashed into the earth. However, the tablet refers to the vessel carrying the Soul Heart as Legacies, and suggests it may have actually been an ancient creature from another world. The Soul Heart was embedded into the earth, and a network of soul crystals grew through the entire planet. This gave Legacies the power to fill the globe with life, crafting a habitable sphere to be home for its other creations. Both humans and Loomians were then created to live in harmony and to build a perfect utopia. Under the direction of Legacies, humans learned to harness the power of the Soul Crystal Network to build Legacies' kingdom. Together, they forged a thriving kingdom of wondrous architecture and technology. Unfortunately, their prosperity did not last forever. One day,
A foul, dreadful creature appeared on the earth and threatened all life thereon. It is described as being of two parts, infectious corruption and insatiable hunger. This earned it the name Akuwari, meaning the end of humanity. Akuwari fed on the planet's soul crystal veins, absorbing its power. Akuwari used the power to infect anything in its wake with a disease that corrupted the mind, turning humans and Loomians violent against each other. Feasting on soul crystals would leave the area as lifeless and desolate as it had been before Levanos arrived. Eventually, all that remained of the soul crystals was the soul heart, which Levanos personally protected. This led to a fight of titanic proportions. In the end, Levanos knew it could not conquer Akuwari. Using the power of the soul heart, Levanos unleashed an attack that left both it and Akuwari mortally wounded. The few humans which survived this calamity found the incapacitated remains of Levanos and Akuwari. They managed to transport Akuwari's power into a depleted soul crystal and removed it somewhere far away. Levanos burrowed deep within the earth, where it is said it will slumber for eternity, wounded by its great battle. The remaining humans built the fallen kingdom using the soul heart as they were once instructed by Levanos. However, without guidance from Levanos, they were left to their own devices. This is all that is recorded upon Levanos, his tablet, and the accompanying murals. That is the history of the Lost City. So wait, the corrupted tablet we've been searching for is the tablet that contains Akuwari's power? That is precisely the same thought I had after learning all of this. I am nearly certain that they are one and the same.
So the tablet we're searching for contains the same power that almost destroyed the world? I suddenly don't feel so good.
Keep in mind, this is just an ancient legend recorded on stone. It could be exaggerated or even made up.
That may be true to some extent, but from what we've seen, the tablet really does possess the power to corrupt the mind.
So we're chasing after the remains of an evil soul crystal devouring power from a devastating clash between two alien creatures that are like thousands of years old? That sounds pretty cool, not gonna lie.
Lucas! Not cool, bro. The situation is pretty serious.
The story also mentions that the ancient people of the Lost City tried rebuilding their civilization using the soul heart. What happened to them after that? That has been the primary focus of my work for some time now. It seems that no other records of theirs have survived the ages. Somehow the kingdom was swallowed up by the ocean, but it's unclear whether that happened before or after they met their demise. Thank you, Ben, for sharing all of this with us. Not a problem at all. And thank you all for that you have brought to the table. Before you came along, it was quite easy for me to think that all of this was nothing more than a legend. You have renewed my motivation to conduct research on this topic. Now we know the origin of the threat that we are fighting against. If only we knew what caused the tablet to break apart and fly away. Now that we're back in contact, I will share my further discoveries in relation to these events. I appreciate it. We'll share what information we find as well.
Which reminds me, I need to continue my search for that tablet piece in the city. As I mentioned earlier, it's going to take a little more time. Is there anything you kids can do while you wait for me to finish? There are no more tours today. You're welcome to stay and explore the museum as long as you wish. Thanks for the offer. We actually had plans to go watch Darkmobianx tackle the Battle Theater challenge while we were in town. We've already got the tickets. Oh, that sounds like a wonderful idea. Would it be alright if I tagged along? I'd love to see how far Darkmobianx has come since we battled at the laboratory. We'd love to have you come along with us.
That's a great idea. I'll catch the battle on TV while I continue to locate the nearby chunk of Akawari's tablet. Alright, let's head to the Battle Theater then. See you there, Darkmobianx. Good luck, champ, and have fun. Well, that was some very interesting news. Not only did we find Jake and Mabel, help Jake find a new outfit, but we learned more about that mysterious tablet, which is apparently holding Akawari's power. Next time, we're gonna go to the Battle Theater, and I'll see you then. Bye-bye!